How many of you guys in high school or middle school? You see, when you walk across that stage, you know when that first began? How about back when you were in preschool or elementary school and kindergarten? That's when your journey to high school to walk across that stage began. And do you know how many things could have happened to you and your family members that it could have stopped you from possibly finishing? You know what I'm saying? So when you get to your goal, which is high school, and you walk across that stage in 12th grade, you've made it. And then you have to start your next set of goals, which would be either trade school or college or both. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the big things. Commitment, seeing it through, perseverance, finishing what you start. Have you ever started something and not finished it? What have you started and not finished?
Washing dishes.
Okay, and why'd you stop?
Because like you get to like a certain amount of dishes, then like once you get there, then you be like, oh, it ain't gonna build up for like a couple of weeks. And, like,
Weeks.
2 days later.
Okay, okay. But you know something, you being honest with yourself, but let me tell you, you ever heard of a type A person? Anybody ever heard of a type A person? Okay. You're gonna meet some type A people in your life. You're gonna meet people that don't never feel like they can be wrong. Why? Because they want to be right. And there's nothing wrong with that. They want to be right. Who wants to be wrong? You're gonna meet some people. You're gonna meet some people when you walk in their house, and you've probably been in a lot of houses, but you're gonna walk into someone's house and say, "Man, everything seems to be clean and in place. I mean, there's no shoes on the floor, the jacket's up." You know why? That's a type A person. That person is trying to do things perfectly at all times. Everything is in nice and order. You ever seen Oscar Madison? That's probably way before y'all time. I forget one of the people. Oscar Madison. Yeah, that was before y'all time. The Odd Couple. It was a show called The Odd Couple when I grew up.
Like Monk?
I'm not sure about Monk.
He has OCD and he can't help it.
Okay.
He has to have everything clean.
Right. That would be a type A person though. That's a characteristic of a type A person. Someone that's just always on point and so forth. But I tell you, when you meet one, you know you met that person. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, guess what? They seem to always want to complete any task they start. That's one of the goals that you guys should have in life, is start off with small things. And when you say you're going to do something, which is a characteristic of what? Being a what?
Type of person. No.
Being a man or being a woman, or being a young man or being a young woman. Keeping your word. That's how you start to get on track of committing to something and finishing it and seeing it through. Just like you're trying to get through high school, or if you guys are in 8th grade trying to finish the 8th grade to make it to high school. But you know you have to get to the point where you start beginning and finishing it. And let me tell you why it's so important. You're living in a time that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime.
Perseverance.
That we have a black African American president. And I tell you straight up, if I tell you that I cried when he became president, it's because when you take a look in the mirror and you say, I can be anything in the world I want to be, but in your gut and in your heart, you feel like that's not true. There was never a black president. And now you see this man with his wife and his children in the White House. I mean, you guys are very young, but I'm going to tell you one thing. You guys should be the happiest children in the world, because this man has changed your lives and you don't even realize it. Because now, if you didn't believe it, you can be anything you ever want to be. There is no limitations. This man is running the most powerful country in the nation, and he's a black man, and he looks just like you. Yes, sir.
But I mean, we've been told that since we were growing up. I mean, we didn't go through everything that our parents and grandparents went through, so it's like, I mean, y'all always telling us that. I mean, that's just an example. It's no different from other people succeeding in life. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he's president, and I'm not trying to downgrade that, but it's just, I mean, they always told us that. I was always told you can do anything you want to put your mind to it. So it's like,
Yeah,
you
but
just proved it. I mean,
I guess